Morning, guys. Right, so yesterday I woke up to news that Dimitri Payet is basically more or less like doesn't want to play for the club anymore and handed a transfer request in, or he had a falling out with Bilic. Not quite sure what to believe or what story to sort of go with. But I think if the case is that he basically didn't want to be with, he doesn't want to be at West Ham anymore, then I think first of all he should be fined. That's the first thing that I think should happen. And second thing I think should happen is that he should be made to honour his contract, and he should be made to rot in the reserves. I think he should be put in the Premier League reserve team or whatever it's called, like whatever our reserve team's called now. I think he's like Nicholas Anelka the second, basically. He's like a mercenary. He's turned out to be a real mercenary. Sort of had a really good season with us. Basically tried to probably engineer a move away from like the club. It's obvious that since the start of the season, I did say this, and I'm going to say this on record. I even said it on West Ham Fan TV earlier in like this season. Last year, basically, his body language suggested that he didn't want to be at West Ham. And I think I'm right in having said that. And I've had so many people basically slate me for supporting my club, West Ham. And good luck to them at the end of the day, because like, I've had the last laugh at the end of the day. I stuck with my guns. And that's what I think, that's what I think the case is. I think the case is that he didn't want to play for us. He hasn't been playing from the start of the season. He's not really been, people just look at moments of brilliance that he does, like maybe a free kick that he does, or maybe a good corner, or a good cross, or something like that. But where's the rest of his game? Where's the rest of his game gone? Like from last season, he's not the same player at the end of the day. So I think, basically, in short, I just think, I'm disgusted with what he's done. I don't think he should be allowed to put on a West Ham shirt again, unless he actually really wants to play and he makes peace with Bilic and pleads to the owners or whatever, like that he really wants to play for us, because we don't want a player that doesn't want to play for the club at the end of the day. Half-hearted players, that's like, he's basically, and I'm still sticking by what I said, he's the reason why we're dragging this down like this season, and that's why we are where we are, and we haven't had the performances this season. So basically I think that he should be made to honour his contract, whether that's playing in the reserves or plumbing off the bench. Just like, I'm disgusted with the way that he's sort of done this, and he seems to, obviously someone probably has tapped him up. But the thing is, it's so obvious now that when we didn't play him at the start of the season, it was basically mainly down to the fact that he probably wanted to move, and it would have been better off. We would have been better off selling him at the start of the season, because he was worth 40-50 mil. But now, with his shit performances for us, his value's down to like 10 or 20 million, and that's what we paid, like just over nearly 11 million pounds for him, like 10.7 million for him at the start of last season. So, I'm absolutely disgusted with his behaviour, and I think he's really unprofessional. He's just another Sacco. Don't want to play for the club anymore. Don't want to do this, don't want to do that. So, get lost at the end of the day. I don't want to see him in a West Ham shirt again. That's all I've got to say on this. So, come on, you Irons.